All right. Ooh, well, I didn't mean to advance my slide already now. How is everyone doing? Welcome to today's class, How to Make Marketing Fun. And I'm your teacher for today. I'm Jill Celeste, the founder of the Celestial Marketing Academy and JillCeleste.com, where I teach purpose-driven entrepreneurs all they need to know about marketing so they can become the directors of marketing for their business. And I'm so glad that you're here today. Just a couple housekeeping notes. This presentation is being recorded, and as soon as Zoom does its processing magic, I will make sure to send a link to you later on today, probably in just a couple of hours. It doesn't take terribly long, and so I will email that to you. So keep an eye out for that. In case you miss a detail or you want to watch it again, you'll have that in your email. Today's presentation will take a little less than an hour. And there is a chat box available, usually on the right side of your screen. If you have any questions or comments during today's class, feel free to type them in there. I won't be checking the chat box until the end of the presentation, but I will be happy to answer any questions that you may have about the content today. So I was just checking to make sure, yep, everything looks good. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started about what we're talking about today. So we're going to first discuss why you may be frustrated with your marketing, and then move on to what happens if you don't get a handle on your marketing, kind of the boom, boom, boom reality check. And I want to just go over that very quickly with you. I also am going to share with you 5 tips to make marketing fun for you. And then finally, I'll finish up with a resource called the Advanced Marketing Circle. I have some information about this group coaching program and some bonuses just for today's webinar participants. So hopefully you'll stick around for that. So, I've been very blessed in my career talking to lots of different students, lots of different clients, all entrepreneurs. And so many times when I have these conversations, I feel like this is what the client is doing. She's kind of sticking her fingers on her nose and going, "Ugh, marketing feels so icky." And marketing doesn't feel fun, and it feels like drudgery. And maybe you're feeling the same way. And this is why I think it's important that we find the fun in marketing, because if we find the fun in marketing, then it'll become effective, right? Now, one of the things I'm learning on my weight loss journey is I knew I needed to incorporate exercise into my regimen, but I'll be honest with you, I hate it. I hated exercise. And I knew that I would never, ever get the results I'm looking for unless I learned to love some kind of exercise. And I finally found the right thing for me, which is walking, race walking. And now that I'm doing that, I'm really enjoying the exercise and I'm seeing the results that I'm looking for. And that is the same thing with marketing. You have to find the fun in it, because if you find the fun in it, that's where you'll get the results that you need to grow your business. So one of the things I've also gotten from talking to a lot of people is there's actually several themes. People, they kind of stick their nose up at marketing, but it goes a little further than that. And one of the themes I've noticed is that you've never really been taught how to market your business. A lot of you have fantastic credentials. You've been to coaching certification programs, or whatever schooling you needed for your trade. Maybe you have a 4-year degree. You really are an expert in your craft, in your trade. And you've got all the certifications and all the professional credentials that you need, right? Maybe you went to IIN, Institute of Integrative Nutrition, if you're a health coach. Or maybe you're a life coach and you went through some type of coaching certification. Or maybe you're a travel agent and you've received some certification in your industry. And these are all great. Perfect for your craft. It really makes you an expert. But what often happens in the training that we receive, we really never get the marketing training, right? There may be a class or two, but for the most part, we're not really learning how to be a marketer. So you become really, really good at your trade, but you become not so great with your marketing. And obviously that's got to be a source of frustration. Another thing that really plagues a lot of entrepreneurs as it relates to marketing is that it can be quite overwhelming. We get marketing from all sorts of directions, right? You could probably make a list of hundreds of ways to market your business. Facebook ads, blog posts, speaking, networking, podcasting, blogging, writing a book, writing a press release. I mean, really, it's the opportunities to market are quite long, and we get overwhelmed not only by the choices, but which one do we start with, and which ones should we really be paying for? And again, it's coming from all these directions, and then you add on top of that this shiny object syndrome, which I know I suffer from, and I bet a lot of you too. And that's when you got a plan in front of you, you know what you're going to be implementing, and then all of a sudden something comes in from the horizon and it distracts you, and it's that shiny object. And it often becomes like the flavor of the month with marketing. What shiny object is going to distract us this month? What new groovy thing can we be adding to our marketing plans? For a while it was Snapchat. Right now it's Facebook groups and 5-day challenges. And you're running the course, and all of a sudden the shiny object arrives and you're like, oh, I feel like I need to do that. And that's adding to your overwhelm because you're not sticking to your plan. And then when you do implement marketing, something just doesn't click. Something doesn't feel right. And that definitely is a source of frustration. You implement something and you don't get the results you're looking for. Now, what often happens, especially if you're a purpose-driven entrepreneur or light worker or energy worker or anybody in the holistic fields, you've got a certain energy about you. So when you try to implement a marketing tactic that is not in alignment with that energy, it's like jamming that square peg into a round hole. And when you're doing that jamming, it becomes ineffective because you're not totally behind what it is you're trying to implement. It feels icky. And you're implementing it because someone told you should, but you're just not feeling it. And that's not fun at all. And it's not going to ever work for you because you dislike that particular marketing tactic. And then on top of all this, you often don't have someone to talk to about your marketing woes and your business woes, right? Entrepreneurship can be a very lonely gig. If you're like me, I'm the only entrepreneur in my family and within my circle of close friends. So I can't really go talk to my mom or, like my son's friend's mom about something that didn't work well in marketing. Because what they're going to tell me is, oh, well, why didn't you just get a job? Well, that is not helpful because I don't want a job. I want my business to work, and I know you do too. So, you got all this kind of stuff going on in your head, right? And you don't have a sounding board, and you don't have a place to bounce ideas off of it. And so what happens is you feel like when you're implementing these marketing tactics that are often feeling icky, you're just wasting your time, right? I mean, how many times have you done something from a marketing perspective and it feels like you're just spinning your wheels? I bet more times than not. So at the end of the day, and I pardon the graphic here, but I think it gets the point across, many entrepreneurs, and maybe you, just kind of want to give that one finger salute to marketing because that is how frustrated you are. And I would just want you to know that this is completely normal. And here's the kicker. Because I talk to so many people who are entrepreneurs who are learning marketing. I know that you've probably tried to learn marketing before. You've signed up for webinars. You signed up for some online programs. You may have been attracted to headlines or webinar topics that promise you 10 new clients this month or double your income in the next 30 days or 500 new Facebook fans over the next 30 days, blah, blah, blah. And I'm going to be honest with you, when I see these headlines and when I see these program titles like this, I want to throw up because nobody can promise you that. That is snake oil. And that is unfortunate that good entrepreneurs like you see those programs and you invest in this snake oil and they aren't going to work. And now you're really feeling gross because you've involved yourself in some type of a program that just is not right. And I'm here to tell you, people can't promise you doubling your income within a ridiculous time frame or 5,000 new fans because, well, you might get 5,000 new fans, but that doesn't mean sales. That is all bullshit. It's there to get your money. And that is not authentic. That is not how I teach marketing. And I want to give you permission to call it for what it is and get it out of your life. I believe quite firmly that you don't have to sell your soul to market your business. If you've been around me for a while, you've probably heard my story about the marketer who had this book offer. And so I won't tell the story today because I tell it quite often. I want to tell you a new story. Excuse me. I'm getting all choked up in excitement. This is an example of a marketer who sold his or her soul to market the business. Once upon a time, not that long ago, I saw a Facebook ad by a well-renowned marketer. This is someone who's a millionaire, who a lot of people buy from to learn marketing. And it's a gentleman, and he had a Facebook ad. And I wish I had a screen capture of it with his name blurred out. So I'm going to go off my memory. But what it said was, he said, learn why I got kicked out of a strip club on a 1 p.m. on a Thursday and what it has to do with your business. That was the line in the Facebook ad. And I was like, what in God's name? What? A strip club, 3 o'clock in the afternoon? And I just thought that was outrageous. It was clickbait. It was yes, it was a pattern interrupt, but it wasn't the right kind. And I wonder who the hell's clicking through this. And so I'm looking through the comments, and what I didn't click through because I wasn't going to give him my click, but from what I gathered from the comments was he was trying to explain something about ideal clients, which is an important part of marketing. But instead of just saying something about ideal clients, he creates this awe and shock sentence about strip clubs. And hopefully you're so curious or maybe so outraged that you click through to his program about finding ideal clients. And I'm thinking again, what the heck? Why do you feel like you have to do that? I can understand that the marketplace is saturated, but really? And to me, he just sold his soul to market his business with a Facebook ad like that. And that's what I call kind of this Dr. Faustus marketing. And you'll have to pardon me, I'm a bit of a literature geek. I have a degree in English. And back in college, I read this play called The Tragical History of the Life and Death of Dr. Faustus by Christopher Marlowe. And in a nutshell, Dr. Faustus was learning law and logic and science and theology, but he didn't really want to learn all those things. He wanted to learn magic. That was sexy. So he made a deal with the devil. And the deal was this: Faustus could live 24 more years, and during that time, he would learn about magic. And once those 24 years were up, Dr. Faustus would go to hell and live there eternally. So basically, Dr. Faustus traded his soul to learn magic. Now, here's the thing. During those 24 years, Dr. Faustus did learn magic, but he didn't do anything good with it. He played pranks. He wasn't really happy. He wasn't much more successful. All the things he thought magic would do for him did not happen. And when the night the devil was supposed to come and get him, he was begging, please, please, this was a huge mistake. And of course, he got sent to hell. So what's the lesson here? Well, I don't want you to be a Dr. Faustus. I don't want you to sell your soul to learn quote unquote marketing magic. Because marketing magic that is being taught by these snake oil marketing experts is not grounded in authenticity. It's not grounded in love or light. And if you're a light worker, purpose-driven entrepreneur, it's always going to make you feel icky. I want you to feel differently about marketing. My mentor is Fabienne Fredrickson, and she once said, marketing is a divine tool. And gosh, I just love that. And I've adopted this into a philosophy that I call marketing divinity. And that is based upon this definition. Marketing is an expression of how your gifts can help the people you are meant to serve. It's about the message. It's about the ideal clients. It's about how you are here to help. And it should always feel authentic and heart-centered and genuine and loving and just like you. So as you study more about marketing, give yourself permission to stop and question what you're learning from these experts, including me, to make sure that you are aligned energetically with what they're teaching. Are you learning marketing magic, like the strip club at 1 p.m. on a Thursday guy? Or are you learning marketing divinity, where it's an expression of your gifts? That's the thing I want you to remember. So why do I go into this? Because I want you to understand why it's essential to fall in love with marketing and to give yourself permission to shed icky feelings that you have, any practices that you learned that perhaps weren't really in alignment with you. Because what happens if you don't get a hold of your marketing? If you don't find the fun in your marketing, if you don't find the right energy with your marketing? Well, for one thing, I see it so many times, and I'm fearful of it, is that many entrepreneurs will give up. And my God, that would be horrible. I don't want you to give up your business. And, no judgment, because some people do give up, but I don't want you giving up because of marketing, because marketing is not rocket science. Marketing doesn't have to feel icky. You can learn it, and you can learn it to do it your way, and you don't have to give up on your business. And, I've been very blessed to work with a lot of light workers and purpose-driven entrepreneurs just like you. And I hope it's okay for me to say this. This is, I don't want to upset anybody, but my belief is this. Right now, I know I live in the U.S., but indeed throughout the world, I believe we're at a crossroads. Our times could go really, really good, or it could go really, really bad. And for us to swing onto that good road, I firmly believe that our light workers and our purpose-driven entrepreneurs and our mission-based entrepreneurs need to wake up and sort of seize what's going on and grab a hold of your gifts and share those gifts. And it's the sharing part. That's what marketing allows you to do. So yes, marketing can be fun. And I promise you this, it could even be something you love, which may sound crazy. So let's get into the 5 ways we can make marketing fun for you, because this is important, right? We need marketing to be fun for you so that you don't hate it, that you enjoy what you're implementing, that you're picking out the right things to implement, and you don't give up on your business. So the first thing I want you to remember is that you need to learn marketing fundamentals. So what are those? Marketing fundamentals are the timeless principles of marketing. These are the principles that have been around forever. If you ever watch Mad Men, they were doing marketing principles in those courses, and that's representative of what, the 1960s, 1970s. They are timeless. It doesn't matter about the technology. Technology is just a method of delivery. The marketing fundamentals are what holds everything up. If you imagine your marketing as a house, the foundation are the marketing fundamentals. And this is what's cool. This is knowledge that is always going to be good. It doesn't expire. And it's not something anything can be taken away from you or replaced with the newest, greatest thing. It's that timeless. So we want you to pour the foundation to your house, so to speak. And that's what marketing fundamentals do for you. So what do I mean by marketing fundamentals? Well, basically, it's, to kind of just summarize, they are terms. It's jargon. Every discipline has jargon, and marketing is no different. So look at this list here on this slide. If you don't know what all of these are, then I want you to go learn about them. And there's lots of different ways to do this. You can, there's probably a book that has all this in there. There's probably, a marketing coach, or, well, I know there's a marketing coach because I do it, but other coaches as well, mentors who teach this. There are programs that teach this. I teach all of this in the Celestial Marketing Academy, but I am not the only one. I want you to give yourself permission to learn this and find the right resource for you so that you can learn this and always know what this information is. And I like to share this with people who are kind of shopping around, because when you go look at online programs or looking at mentorship or whatever the case may be, you can ask that person, are you going to teach me how to write a marketing plan or how to do a competitive analysis, et cetera, et cetera. And it gives you sort of a set of qualifications to help you find the right program for you. Okay, so these are ones I want you to learn. And you may not be able to write all this down in today's presentation, but don't forget you're getting the replay link so you can come back to this. It's about around the 23-minute mark and write down on this. And please make sure you know these. This is critical. This is the foundation to your house, and you need to know these as entrepreneurs. The second thing I want you to do, and again, we're trying to make marketing fun. So the reason why fundamentals are making fun is because you have knowledge. Knowledge is a good thing. Now let's talk about your creativity. Every human being on earth has some type of creativity. And you might be thinking, oh, no, I don't. And I'm going to challenge you on that. Absolutely, you have some type of creative strength. But here's the thing when you use creative strengths in marketing. When what we're creative at, we often enjoy and we have fun doing it, right? If you like to write, then you have fun writing. If you like to paint, you have fun painting. If you like to write music, then you enjoy writing music. What we're creatively good at brings us joy, and why not bring that into our marketing? So for example, for me, I'm very blessed to be a good writer, and I'm very blessed to be a good teacher. So that's what I do for my marketing, right? I've had a blog that's been going on for 4+ years. I teach webinars, I teach workshops, I do Facebook Lives. I'm always teaching through social media. I'm not going against the grain, but I'm terrible at like large scale design, graphic design stuff. Oh, I don't know how to use Photoshop to save my life. So I don't do it. Why would I want to occupy that space in my life when I don't have to, right? So I either skip it or I outsource it to somebody, right? Same thing with like editing videos. You don't want me editing a video. I mean, I'm horrible at it. So again, I don't edit the video myself. I don't even try. I either just don't do it or I send it off to somebody who does. I focus on what I'm good at because that's where the fun is, right? So what I want you to do, and yes, you're going to have a little homework, is I want you to write down the list of things you are creatively good at, and don't omit anything, okay? I've coached people who can sing and are astrologers, and I've coached people who can paint and are podcasters. Don't dismiss anything. Just write down what you're creatively good at. So if you come up with a list and, for example, you say, I'm good at writing, well, then think about how you can implement that from a marketing standpoint. Writing blog posts, writing books, writing ebooks, writing workbooks, writing manifestos. If you're artistic, then learn some Photoshop or Canva, right? You can design social media graphics. You can create PowerPoint presentations. You can create posters. You can create blog graphics. You know, you're going to find easy things to do because you're artistic. Now, what happens, you may be thinking, well, I'm creative, but I don't see how to match that in my industry. Well, I mentioned I used to coach an astrologist who could sing, right? And she connected the two. She would sing her readings on video, right? So that you don't have to have, it doesn't have to be as coherent as you think it needs to be. People love to see the human side. So if you know how to do oil painting, then use that as a background for social media graphics. If you're a singer, then sing the intro to your videos or the intro to your podcast, or just sing on Facebook Live. You're going to enjoy yourself so much more when you're doing what is good to you creatively, from a creative standpoint, and not work on the things that you're not creatively good at. So your homework is to write down what you're creatively good at, and then think of how you can incorporate that into your marketing. That's going to be fun for you. The third thing I want you to do is to embrace the concept of less is more. So I'm assuming all of us here in today's class are small business owners and really probably solopreneurs, right? Solo means you are it. You may have a VA or, somebody to help you, but for the most part, everything is kind of up to you, right? And I want to remember the beginning of the presentation, I was talking about a lot of entrepreneurs are overwhelmed by marketing. And then we have that shiny object syndrome. The less is more tactic is a way to combat that. So let me explain this a little further. So for example, when I worked in my corporate days, when I worked in marketing, I worked for a very large hospital health system. We had like 10 hospitals. And when I wrote a marketing plan for something, there were probably 12 to 20 items I had to implement for that marketing plan. But I wasn't alone. I had a marketing director above me who I could talk to. I had a marketing coordinator who reported to me, so she helped me with tasks. I had a creative services team, which included writers and graphic designers who did all their creative magic. I had a public relations team that I worked closely with, and they helped me get things into the media. I had vendors who did the printing and production for me, right? I had, probably, 9 people at any given time to support me to implement these, 20 items on a marketing plan. That's fantastic, right? But that's not what we have as solopreneurs. We don't have that kind of support system. It is just us. And that's why less is more. So I want you to think about 3 things that you can focus on that will move your business forward over the next 90 days. And if you do these 3 things really, really well, you will get better results than if you try to implement 12 things that are half-assed. I hope that makes sense. That's why less is more. So if you have a marketing plan, look at it and pick out the 3 things that you want to focus on. And 90 days, or if you want to do 60 days, it doesn't matter. But for a period of time, only do those 3 things. Now, I want to give you a side tip. If you are looking for clients, and you're thinking, okay, I really need to pick the right 3 things, I have a suggestion for you. One of them should be networking. So going to a weekly networking meeting, monthly networking meetings, networking online through LinkedIn groups and Facebook groups, that type of thing. The second thing to consider is speaking. So going out and speaking at different networking events, hosting your own workshops, doing Facebook Lives, doing webinars, all that's under the speaking umbrella. And the third thing is following up. I have a thing called Follow Up Friday, and every Friday I follow up with people. You have to consistently follow up as much as 9 times before someone even gets back to you. So if you need more clients, those are my 3 suggestions. And if you're a little further in your business, then pick the 3 things that make sense for you. But the idea is to be essential here. You only need 3 things done well to grow your business. And everything else is chatter. And that's how you fight the overwhelm. And when you're when you don't have the overwhelm, that's what makes marketing fun. So I'm hoping that the dots are connecting for you here. Find 3 things to focus on. The 4th thing I want you to do is to get help. Now, you might be thinking, well, of course Jill wants me to get help because she's a marketing teacher. And I don't mean hire me necessarily. So I'm happy to help you. That's not what I really mean. We need to get help because we can't do everything ourselves, right? We don't get bonus points for being Superman or Superwoman. We have unique brilliances, and we have things that we are not good at. That is normal. That is human. We need to get help for those things that we are not good at. So, for example, maybe you need help learning those marketing fundamentals that I talked about a few slides ago. So go get that help. Go find someone to help you with that. Maybe you're having mindset issues. Hire a mindset coach. Maybe you need an overall business strategy, then hire a business coach. If you need accountability, hire an accountability coach. You get the point. Or maybe it means just joining a program. That's great too, whatever that may look like. That also may include outsourcing. What can help you in your life and in your business to reduce that overwhelm, reduce that frustration, because you only have so many hours of a day and you're trying to do everything. That doesn't work. That's not fun. So what can you outsource from a business perspective? Maybe it's hiring a VA. Maybe it's hiring a bookkeeper. Maybe it's hiring a salesperson. I don't know. I have 2 VAs. I have a VA who helps me with social media, and I have a VA who helps me with other tech stuff, like working on Infusionsoft and WordPress. What would take my tech VA 15 minutes to do would take me 3 hours because that's not what I'm good at. That saves me time, right? And then think about your personal life. what can you outsource there? You know, is there a cleaning crew that can come in and clean your bathrooms? Can you hire a dog groomer once a month to wash your dog? Is there a lawn service you can hire to mow the lawn? Whatever it looks like, but get help, because when you get the help, it frees up time so you can do things that you like. And you're not spending your precious hours doing things you do not like. Again, we're trying to make marketing fun. And so I need to get you out of the drudgery, the yucky tasks that you're not good at, and only working on the things that you are good at. So outsource as you can to help make your life so much easier. My final piece of advice is I want you to surround yourself with like-minded people. And this is so important for entrepreneurs. As I mentioned, entrepreneurship is a lonely gig, and we're kind of a weird breed, just being honest, right? We are different than those who punch in and out of the clock, or might be retired, or might be staying home all day. You need to surround yourself with like-minded people. And I'm not talking about your mom. God, we love our mothers, but we're talking about people who are entrepreneurs like you. So you might find them in a local networking group, or a mastermind group, or maybe even online, like in a Facebook group. Or maybe it's through some online academy or program that has in-person meetings. You know, the sky's the limit. You could join a professional association, right? The idea is to find like-minded people so that you have an outlet so you can vent, so that you can express your discouragement and your disappointments, and you can celebrate your victories, right? I can't just run up to my neighbor and say, oh my God, I made $5,000 today. They'd be like, oh my God, you are a boastful bitch. But I can say that to my mastermind group, and they would love that, and they would give me high fives, and they would give me hugs. And that's what's important. I'm in a community with my mentor, and I wouldn't trade it for the world. And I facilitate a tribe I call the Celestial Ones, and we get to hang out with each other, and we get to celebrate each other. And it's so critical for our mindset. So please find a community, find a group of people that are other entrepreneurs like you, so that you don't feel alone in this journey. And I want you to know that I'm here for you, right? I understand marketing. I understand that marketing can feel icky, but hopefully you've learned the 5 tips today that'll help you move past that mindset and find some things that'll make it fun for you. And as I mentioned, I have a resource I'd like to share with you, which might be the answer to the problem you're experiencing with not having fun with your marketing. And that is called the Celestial Marketing Academy's Advanced Marketing Circle. The Advanced Marketing Circle is my group coaching program where we assemble in small pods online, or well, through Zoom, so it's really over the phone, or through your telephone, once a month for 90 minutes. And what you get through this program is there's a lot of different benefits. And I know there's a lot of words on this slide, and I was tempted to trim it, but I'm like, no, I want you to know everything. So pardon the busyness, but this is what you receive through the Advanced Marketing Circle. This is a 6-month program. You get 1 call a month. So it's a total of 6 group coaching calls during your time. And these coaching calls have a structure. The first thing we do individually is we celebrate each circle member's wins, things that you can be proud of, things that you can brag about in a safe and sacred environment. And then I'm going to ask your questions. So whatever question you have, I'm going to answer it for you. And then at the end of your time on the call, I'm going to give you specific assignments to complete. That way you know exactly what you need to work on over the next 30 days before we talk again. Through an accountability form, that is how we document this entire process. That is where you write down what your wins are, what you've completed, your assignments, how much progress you made, what you've completed, etc. The form comes to me a couple days before our call, so I have time to look over them. But the form, it does provide the structure, but it really forces you to stop and recognize your successes. And let me tell you, that is an amazing mindset boost, because we're always so hard on ourselves. Oh, I didn't do this. I didn't do that. This form forces you to say, I did this. I did that, which is really great for your mindset. Every week, you're going to get an email from me. It's a very short, inspirational email called your weekly permission slip. And it's about accountability and giving you permission to do things to keep your time essential and to keep you focused and to keep you accountable. And the final thing you get with this program is a private Facebook group. So you'll have access to the Advanced Marketing Circle Facebook group where you can share your successes, you can talk about your challenges, you can connect with other Circle members, and you have additional accountability. Now, I have 2 pods, so to speak, with the Advanced Marketing Circle. Each pod has room for 4 entrepreneurs plus me. There's a pod that meets on Monday evenings at 6:30 Eastern, and there's another pod that meets on Thursdays at 1 p.m. Eastern. So so I'll be honest with you, right now there's slots taken in both pods. I don't have many slots left, but I want you to understand that there's a choice in which pod you belong to, but in the Facebook group, all of the people from the pods are in there. So you get to meet the other time slot folks, for lack of a better term. So a lot of accountability for this program. The question always people ask is, how much does it cost? And I'm not going to put this at the end. I'm going to share it with you right now. This is, the Advanced Marketing is something you, let me get too fast here. The Advanced Marketing Circle is something you must apply to join. And the only reason I have an application is I want to make sure that you really understand your ideal client and, aren't brand spanking new to your business. It's meant to be for a more advanced entrepreneurs, meaning that you've been on the journey for a little bit. So with your application, you will place a $150 deposit. If you are approved, that $150 deposit will apply toward the tuition. If you're not approved, of course, I'm going to refund you your money. It's completely refundable. So let's assume you are approved. Once you're approved, you have a choice. You can make payments of $199.80 for the next 5 months. So basically that $150 turns into your first monthly payment. And then for the next 5 months, you pay a little shy of $200. Or if you want to save some money, you can immediately pay $847 paid in full right away, and that puts you in for the whole program. So if this sounds interesting to you, I would love for you to check out www.jillceleste.com/circle. And on this webpage, it breaks down again everything that you're going to receive. It lists the specific dates and times for each of our calls, so you can look at your calendar and make sure everything jives. It shares customer testimonials. I have some fabulous testimonials on there from people who've been in the Advanced Marketing Circle. I really would love for you to read them. Kelly Lutman, for example, who was in the circle with me. She used the circle as a way to not only grow her business, but also to write her book. And by the time we finished our last call, she was ready to release her book. And I'm so proud to say that her book hit the bestseller list on Amazon. That is a result I am so proud of, and it was part of the accountability that she received by going through the Advanced Marketing Circle. And the other participants have seen increased clients and increased revenue, increased productivity, just less overwhelmed. We have fun, we laugh, and we support each other. And I would love for you to learn more about it. So the web address is here on the slide. And I'm going to sweeten the deal a little bit because I really would love for you to consider applying for the Advanced Marketing Circle. So I have 4 what I call fun bonuses. Fast action bonuses is usually what you hear, but I call them fun action bonuses because I'm all about marketing being fun. So the first thing I'm going to offer, again, this is just for applying for the Advanced Marketing Circle, is the first 3 people from this webinar who sign up for the Advanced Marketing Circle will also receive a private coaching call with me. 30 minutes, just you and me on the phone. We get down and dirty. We talk about whatever you want to talk about. And if you're not sure what to talk about, don't worry, I'll tell you what to talk about. You will walk away with some really specific direction on moving your business forward. So again, this is only limited to the first 3 people. So if this speaks to you, please go right away to the web address because I suspect this will fill up. So go ahead and get that. That's your first bonus. The second bonus is I will mail you through snail mail an autographed copy of my book called That First Client. And it doesn't matter where you live. If you live in Europe or Asia or Africa or North America, it does not matter where you live. I will mail this book to you. I will sign it. I will ask if we'll talk through email. You find out, if you want me to write it out to you or somebody else. And this book was an Amazon top 25 bestseller of all marketing books. this is great marketing information for client attraction. And I'll be delighted to send that to you. So that's the second bonus. The third bonus is I'm going to give you a free copy of my ebook called the Marketing Plan Guide. This breaks down how to write a marketing plan. If you do not have a marketing plan, or you're not sure how to write a marketing plan, this is the guide for you. It's a no-nonsense guide. I break it down. I share the parts of the marketing plan that solopreneurs need, not big company corporations, but what you essentially need in your marketing plan, that your marketing plan that way, it becomes like a roadmap for you. And it helps guide your marketing journey. It's essential that you have one. So if you don't know how to write one, this ebook will help you with that. And coupled with that is the fourth bonus, where not only will you get the guide, but you'll get a Word template. So you don't have to mess around with headers or, what order things should be in. You'll just get a Microsoft Word template. You fire it up in Microsoft Word. You can delete the sections you're not interested in. You can type away right there. It saves you so much time. And that is the fourth bonus and final bonus I'm offering if you sign up for the Advanced Marketing Circle. So just to recap all of that, because I know that was a lot of information, this is just about the bonuses. So the first 3 people who sign up from this webinar will get a 30-minute private coaching call with me. And by the way, I don't offer these anymore. Everybody who coaches with me has to join a 6-month coaching program. So this is a very unusual offer, and I'm happy to give it to you. You'll get an autographed copy of my book, That First Client, which I will mail to you. You'll get an electronic copy of my book about writing a marketing plan, as well as a Word template to help you write your marketing plan. Again, just fire up Microsoft Word. The web address, again, is always at the bottom of your screen if you want to check it out. Of course, there's an expiration date. That's why it's got to be a bonus. So you have until this Saturday, June 24th, to take advantage. Now, of course, when those 3 slots are gone, they're gone. But the rest of the bonuses will stay until June 24th. So again, that web address is jillceleste.com/circle. And that's where you can go. That's where you learn all about the program. At the very bottom, there's a button that says Start Application. And that's how you get going on your journey with the Advanced Marketing Circle. I hope it speaks to you. I hope it's something that you would like. It's a lower cost program. It's much cheaper than my coaching programs and my academy, and you get such great synergy with the other members. It really is cool. So that's enough of that. I want to thank you so much from the bottom of my heart for listening to today's presentation. I hope you learned some great nuggets to help make marketing fun. I hope that you will consider joining us in the Advanced Marketing Circle. I would love to have you there if it speaks to you. And of course, if you have any questions, let me know. I'm going to stop slide share and go to the webcam. Hi there, everybody. I don't see anything in the chat. I just wanted to make sure. So I am delighted that you're here. Thank you for joining us live. Feel free to let me know if you have any questions. You can always email me. And don't forget, I'll be emailing you a replay link of today's presentation. That'll probably come in a couple hours or so. And I also will include details, the links, etc., for the Advanced Marketing Circle. So with that, I want to thank you again for participating in today's class. And I will see you online. And if you need me, feel free to reach out. Sending you big hugs and kisses. Mwah. Bye.